Hello, my name is Shane, and I'm going to be talking to you about Canvas, the new learning management system that we'll be using on campus. Each course has course administration tools that we can find in Settings. Many of these things you're used to seeing in D2L. We can find in Course Details. The D2L equivalent would be found in Edit Course, and some of these things are in course offering information. So things like the name of the course, start dates and end dates, and whether or not the course is active, were all previously found in the course offering information. There used to be some customization available with home pages and navigations and themes. As a statewide effort to allow students an easier transition from school to school and class to class, the amount of customization has been reduced between courses. But there are a few things that you'll be able to do. If we go into the navigation area, our left-hand navigation bar does have some customization options. You'll see that things like discussions are here for you, but are grayed out slightly, meaning students won't see them. We can click and drag those up to add them. If we click the Save button, it populates. As time goes on, there will be more options added down here as more integrations are added. That's something that's still being worked on at the state level. Additionally, the user types that you're seeing on the right-hand side may change, as those are also being worked on currently. Some other options that you'll see in this settings area are things like Share to Commons, Student View, Course Statistics, the course calendar, Conclude this course, Delete, Copy, Import, Export, Reset, and Validate links and content. These options shouldn't change even when we're on different tabs. The Student View is similar to what we had in D2L with that switch role. In D2L, when you change to a Student View, you weren't able to actually take quizzes or submit to the Dropbox. But in Canvas, you will be able to. And in the gradebook, you'll see yourself as a test student. So that Student View is a bit improved from what we're used to. Copy, Import, and Export are similar to the Import, Export, Copy Components tool that we're used to in D2L. So that means the courses that you've had built in D2L will be able to come over into Canvas. There is also a Reset Course Content. This will clear out everything in the entire course. So if you accidentally copy in the wrong course, you can remove all of that at the click of a button. Oof, that's rough. So if you copy in the wrong course, you can remove all of that at the click of a button. Do be careful with that though, because if you're happy with your content and you don't have it saved anywhere else, it will be gone forever. Canvas also has this handy tool called Validate Links and Content. The link validator will go through your entire course and check for any links that don't go to where they're supposed to. This is a great tool to use at the start of every semester. As you copy materials from one course to another, if something happens in the transfer and a link doesn't come over properly, you can fix it. If a website that you've been using for a number of years changes its URL, this will find that and notify you before your students find out. After it's notified you which links are not functional, you can click in, look for the links that they're referring to, and then update them. In D2L, you had a class list feature. In Canvas, it uses people. The people area is handy because it also wraps in any groups that you want to create. In D2L, the class list feature and the groups feature were two separate areas. If you wanted to create a new group, you had to do that here in the groups area. In Canvas, we just go to the new groups tab. If we'd like to make a series of groups, we can do that with group set, or just one group. We can do that as well. Some of those features you're used to seeing, like limiting the number of members that can be in a group, are also done here. Unfortunately, we don't have students, so there's not a whole lot of interesting things we can do here. But as your class is populated, that's something that you can spend some time building out. You'll also notice that there is a plus people button. In D2L, this is similar to the add participants. As the various user roles are still being worked out at the state level, exactly who you can and cannot add and into what roles is still being set. But one nice thing about Canvas is that you will only need the email address of the person. In Canvas, if you work with rubrics, you will be able to use them in the Outcomes area. We'll use the selector over here to manage our rubrics. You'll see that there's a handful of rubrics that have copied over from the D2L course that we were using. If we come into the Edit Course area and find our rubrics, we can see all the ones that we had in use are in fact here. There is a bit of an issue though. Many of these come over with no points possible, and the number of criteria is sometimes questionable. Importantly though, the rubric is filled in. So if you've spent time already creating rubrics in D2L, while it does mean that you will have to go in and perhaps edit some of these to update the points that they are worth, it will still save you a lot of time because you don't have to copy and paste everything. Another nice feature in Canvas is that if you want to hand set the number of points things are worth, that's much easier to do here than in D2L. In D2L, if you created a rubric that had a set number of points rather than customizable, and you changed your mind later, you'd have to recreate that entire rubric from scratch. That is not the case in Canvas. If we'd like to add extra columns, it's as easy as clicking the plus button. In Canvas, your syllabus is always kept front and center. There is a button dedicated to that syllabus. Many instructors would include their syllabus in D2L by putting it in the content area. While you're still welcome to do that, this syllabus button includes not only a place for you to put your syllabus, you can see that I've copied and pasted a syllabus here, but also underneath the syllabus, there's an area called Course Summary. This includes all assignments. Any due dates placed on assignments will populate on the left-hand side automatically. And the assignments will be placed in chronological order. Any assignments that don't have a due date are placed alphabetically below them. Students find the course summary very handy as they get to see a complete list of work that they're expected to do over the course of the semester. One of the things I've done in this syllabus area is not only have I copied and pasted the syllabus here, but I've also linked out to where they can download the syllabus. I did this by simply highlighting the word syllabus and then using the linker feature here to find the appropriate file in my course. I attached this to a Word document that they can download. Also, the syllabus was available in the modules area. So I found the module that the syllabus was in and linked to that entire module. This means that when somebody clicks on the syllabus, it'll automatically download. And if we click on the modules link, it'll take us to where I had that syllabus built into the module. So, however you are most comfortable delivering your syllabus to your class, that option can be worked out here in the syllabus button. A nice feature in Canvas is the collaborations button. Students who are put into groups can use this button to start a new collaboration with other people in their group. This area is tied into Office 365, a tool that everyone on campus here at Whitewater has access to. Currently, you'll see that we can create a new Word, Excel, or PowerPoint file. As the integrations are finished, you may see other things populate here. For now, I'm going to create a new Word file. I'm going to title it and I'm going to add a few people to this. By merely clicking on their names, you'll see that they've been populated. I can now save this, and I've begun collaborating with 2 other people in my class. Now I click on that link, and it launches access to Office 365 so that I can begin working in that document. One new feature that a lot of folks are excited about is SpeedGrader in Canvas. SpeedGrader is an option for inline editing and feedback in items that have been turned in by students. If we look at more details in SpeedGrader, we can see the submission made by the student. Now that we're here, we have all kinds of options. Highlighting in various colors. Adding notations at specific points. Adding additional text for feedback. Strike through, again in various colors. And if you have a tablet with a stylus and you like making notes by hand, you can. Hopefully your handwriting's a little bit nicer than mine is with a mouse, though. To finish this up, we just give the student a grade, add any overall comments that we'd like to place, and submit.